in a couple of weeks, you'll be competing in the UCI World Cup in Germany. And I'm assuming leading up to this moment, your training has had to shift a little bit. And the last time you were able to kind of compete was back in September. Is there nerves surrounding this? And how did your training get impacted going into this?
Yeah, I mean, that's a loaded question. So when I say we, it's usually my husband, who's been my coach. We've kind of been a duo this whole career. So him and I, we usually would travel to, say, Arizona or California for some really good quality training through the winter, Canadian winter, to be able to compete in Europe in the spring. So with not being able to drive to the US and having to stay within Canada, it's been challenging. We've pretty much been here in Victoria, Vancouver Island now for 3 months, and it's been great. It's been better training than it would be in the GTA at home. But it's also, we had our fair share of snow and unpredictable rain. So it's not been easy, but it's been better than I anticipated. So yeah, I mean, training, it's a completely different new angle this year coming into the season. And like you said, those first 2 World Cups are so important because our Canadian Olympic women's mountain bike team is selected based on these 2 remaining races. And it's basically best Canadian that's ranked within these races, but I do have to get a top 5. So I'm feeling fit and confident. And I do head to Europe here in a couple of weeks to do some races just to kind of, bridge that fitness gap and go into those World Cups, hopefully in full speed.
So you talk about the World Championships, the World Cup, the Olympics. Your first World Championship you competed in was like 16 years ago in 2005. So many accomplishments within that. But now the Olympics coming up, going for your 3rd quest for that. How are you dealing with the daily uncertainty of the Olympics?
I think, being in this chase for medals for so many years, I've learned a lot, and I know what I can handle, and I'm still learning what I can handle as far as just different things coming at you. And there's a lot of silver linings for sure, but I don't know, I can handle a lot, and this one's different again. And the first 2 were opposite from each other, the experience for qualifying and then the actual race themselves. But coming up 2 seconds short of a bronze medal in Rio was heartbreaking, but yet I learned a lot from that race, and just the preparation is usually the hardest part. The race itself, it is what it is, but the preparing and staying healthy and not getting injured and having no mechanicals, all of those things are the difficult things to control, but still in your control. So nailing those things leading into the games is the most difficult part. But that's something that I've built a lot of confidence on in the last 12 or so years.
I think a lot of people forget that athletes are humans, and it's bringing to me a video that you recently posted where it kind of showed some of these keyboard warriors comments towards you, where they're either commenting about, questioning your motivation or your weight or how you look or how you use Instagram in a certain way. And honestly, if we're being honest, a lot of that you're getting is because you're a woman. And I know that comment will make people mad, but it's the truth. How do you kind of navigate this unnecessary criticism that's coming to you because of your gender?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think internet trolls are real, and we all have them, just on a bigger or lesser scale. Honestly, I've seen so many positive, tens and tens of thousands of positive comments over the years, that a few little ones, you really learn that, they're probably, sorting through some of their own life difficulties or navigating things on their own, and they just kind of lash out online. But I think, at the end of the day, we're people, and I think, yeah, everyone has their own thing that they should probably not focus on. And I don't know, it's never really brought me down. In fact, I've only ever just kind of used that as positive fuel, as people have always said. It does work in that fashion if you allow it to.
But that then adds to your other title of being a role model. Has that been kind of a big challenge to kind of accept the fact so many people are looking up to every move that you make?
Yeah, I mean, being a woman in what used to be a very dominated male sport, it's now starting to find its feet. Women are starting to shine, and brands are really starting to recognize the power that, the strength that women have, and the competitiveness that we have within, if we're given the chance to showcase that. So I've always wanted to be a role model for girls and boys. I think in order for boys to grow up to be great men, they have to have great female role models as well. So it's equally as important for me to have both genders look up to women chasing crazy big goals.
You're amazing human. That's all. Just amazing.